Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Starter Roulette video, and when I say back, I truly mean back. That's right, guys, the Wheel of Chaos is back, and this time around, we're going to be playing Never Have I Ever with our starter Pokemon and Pokemon Champions. Each round, I'll be spinning the Wheel of Chaos, which will give me a Never Have I Ever stipulation, which I'll then use to determine which of the 3 randomized starter Pokemon I will choose for that round. After 6 rounds of choosing and building starters, we're going to be taking that team of misfits online in Pokemon Champions and see if we can manage some wins. Now, normally for the 6th and final round, we would be doing a giveaway from Pokebuilds.com, which I'm really happy to say is coming back. More on that later, but for now, guys, let's jump into our first wheel spin. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into our first wheel spin this time. As always, we are kind of theming each week. This time, of course, as I said, it is Never Have I Ever. I just went ahead and tested the wheel super quick, so that's why you see a winner here. We're going to respin this. We're going to see what we get, and then we're going to jump into our first round of starters. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's see what we can get. Hopefully something juicy. I'm curious. Okay, dealer's choice. Guys, we're kicking off with a strong one. Let's go ahead and jump into our starter selection. All right, guys, so for dealer's choice, we always have that in there each and every week. We do get to just choose whichever one we want. That is the only stipulation, which I love. Now, we are going to be removing it from the wheel. I did go ahead and create this page, by the way, on Pokebuilds.com. This allows you to choose 3 starters from champions specifically. Right now, it is an admin page. If you want this, I can release this so that you guys can actually use it too. So definitely let me know. Let's go ahead and draw our starters. We have got Sharpedo, we've got Pikachu, and we have got Manectric. Definitely some interesting ones here. Obviously 2 strong, reasonably strong electric types. Light Ball is in the game, so Pikachu is not just a no-go. Manectric obviously is a mega, and Sharpedo is a mega. I gotta go Sharpedo here. I love the dark type. I think it's really, really strong. I'm not quite sure if I want to do a mega version of this, but regardless, it's gonna be a very strong mon. And I mean, doubling up on the electric type here with Pikachu, Manectric, neither of those are my favorite. I'd rather have something a little better than that. So I'm gonna go Sharpedo here. Definitely a strong choice though for our first one. All right, guys, our first mon is here, this Sharpedo. We did go mega with this one. So this is actually the one and only mega we're gonna be using on the team, but very, very powerful. We did go full speed investment to outspeed things right off the bat, but of course it does have speed boost naturally. So Protect is gonna be really good for us. Crunch, Flip Turn, and Liquidation for some really high damage moves. That Flip Turn is going to allow us to just get out of there if we need to, and by that point we should be able to kind of just outspeed everything, get some chip damage off, and then switch in if we need to into something else. The Crunch and Liquidation are just stab, very powerful, very good moves. And then, like I said, Protect there is just to proc that speed boost every other turn if we can help it. And that's going to really help us make sure that we are just outspeeding every single thing on the field outside of like a Trick Room or something like that, of course. All right, guys, round 2 spin. And again, dealer's choice has been removed, so we will not be seeing that again throughout the video. Let's see what we get this time around. Hopefully it is something good. Like I said, some of these are better than others. We're gonna see. Never have I ever traveled outside of my hometown. So we are looking specifically for a Pokemon that has not traveled outside of their hometown. A water type would be arguably really good for this because they can't necessarily travel outside of their hometown. But let's jump into our starters, guys. Let's see what we get. All right, guys, let's go ahead and draw our starters here. Let's see what we get. 1, 2, 3. We did get a water type, although I would argue not the right one. Altaria, Glimmora, and Empoleon. Now, this is an interesting set of 3. I would argue Altaria, it can fly, it can travel wherever it wants. It definitely can't be Altaria. Empoleon, I know I just said something about water types, but this one actually does walk, and so I feel like it can't be Empoleon. I feel like it's got to be Glimmora, right? Like, it just kind of has to be. I also do really like Glimmora, by the way. A rock poison type, definitely unique. I'm kind of curious to see how we build this because I've never really used one, so this should be interesting. All right, guys, next up is our Glimmora here. Not what I expected at all. I definitely thought I was going to go bulky with this set. Ended up going full investment in special attack and speed for this one, so another pretty reasonably fast mon. A lot of special attacks, sitting at 182, which is pretty amazing. We went Sludge Bomb and Power Gem for the really big powerhouse moves. Mortal Spin is on here because it does clear some stuff on our side while also guaranteeing poison on the other side. Really, really helpful. And then we've got Stealth Rock in tandem with the Toxic Debris, hopefully going to make this a big hazard mon, maybe even our lead mon for most battles because it really is just going to be annoying to deal with, I have to imagine. All right, guys, round number 3. Let's see what we get. I think that last round was a good one. I like that round. I'm curious how Glamora turns out here. Okay, never have I ever been picked first for a sporting event. This was me growing up, for the record, not a sporty guy. So let's jump into our starter round. Let's see what we actually get here. All right, guys, here we go. Let's see what we can get. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, interesting. Okay, we've got Bastiodon, we've got Ampharos, and we've got Vanillux. Okay, jeez, I'm gonna end up with a Vanillux. Okay, so here's my thought process. Bastiodon is a really good goalie. That thing will stop a ball in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a good defensive kind of thing. So I feel like you can't pick Bastiodon. Ampharos is looking pretty fit. I know he's got the belly, but like, you know, I feel like Ampharos is pretty fit. Vanillux is just an ice cream cone. And while I would suggest after a lovely sporting event, a nice ice cream is a great way to cool yourself down, it's definitely not what you would want on your team. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, this is like my least favorite mon, but I feel like I have to pick Vanillux. Oh god, it's gonna be so bad, guys. I really hate Vanillux. And here we are with our Vanillux, my least favorite mon. Funny enough, this was the very first shiny I caught in Pokemon Sword, which is just great. This thing is really not that good. It does have some reasonable HP, I will say. So we've got 178 in HP. I went ahead and made this physically defensive, which is a little ridiculous, but we're gonna give it a shot. I should mention at this point, Sheer Cold is not actually the move that I have on here. Seems like there's a bug in the actual Pokebuilds.com website with some of the moves and items, which is why you're also not seeing items on these. But I'll talk about that later. Basically, we went Ice Shard on there for some priority. We've got Ice Beam, we've got Flash Cannon, and we do have Rest on here with the Lumberries. So that should be able to kind of cure ourselves up and get whatever we need to do as far as damage goes off and be able to still do some damage. But we're kind of just hoping that this works out okay. Whew, that last round was a doozy, guys. All right, let's jump into round 4. Please give me a better mon than Vanillux. I hate Vanillux so much. All right, let's see what we get here this time, guys. Never have I ever eaten at a fast food joint. So again, a very health conscious mon. Let's see what we can get in our starter picks. All right, guys, round 4 starters. Let's see what we can get. We have got Bayonet, we've got Dragapult, and we've got Arcanine. I would argue all 3 of these kind of don't mix with the fast food thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. Yeah, I feel like I could go with any of these and like justify them. I'm gonna say though, Dragapult, specifically because it is, I think, the fastest mon on the screen. And I feel like fast food, man, it just slows you down. You don't want that. You gotta go fast without fast food, so we got a Dragapult. I would love any of these, by the way. I love Bayonet, I love Arcanine. Dragapult obviously is incredible, a nice typing with Dragon Ghost, so this is gonna be a really good help to the team. We'll see how it goes. All right, guys, and one of my absolute favorite mons, we have got Dragapult here. Definitely a different set than we've used as far as last week goes. We're actually going with a Hex set on this one, which is going to be kind of interesting. So obviously, guys, this thing is fast. It's a big special attacker. We know that off the bat. We've got Dragon Darts on here. We have Will-O-Wisp, we have Hex, and we have U-Turn. So we can U-Turn out if we need to. We can Willow anything that comes our way with a lot of attack, which is really going to help our team because, again, Vanillux is our best defensive mon, I think. We'll look at that. That might not be 100% true, but regardless, it's really going to help us out there. And then Dragon Darts, of course, hit twice. We did actually give this the, what was it? The King's Rock, I believe. So in game, it should be able to flinch a little more often, which will be really helpful. And then we do have the Clear Body just to make sure we don't get burned or zapped with Thunder Wave or anything like that. All right, guys, I accidentally removed one of the choices here, but it's okay. We've got plenty to choose from here. So we are going to go ahead and spin for our round 5. We're going to talk about round 6 and the giveaway in just a second. Let's talk about this first. Never have I ever been a picky eater. So this is maybe kind of the opposite of the last one. They might eat fast food if they're not a picky eater. Let's go see what we get. All right, guys, round 5 starters. We are looking for someone who is not a picky eater. Let's see what we can. Oh, jeez. Cast form. It's not cast form. I can't say it's cast form. I feel like it's Aggron, honestly. Kommo-o, I really like, and I would love to pick Kommo-o specifically to have a fighting type on the team would be awesome. But I feel like if you're like a fast fighting type, you probably are a bit of a picky eater because you don't want to eat all the junk food, that kind of stuff. Castform doesn't look like he's eaten a thing in his life, so I don't think it's Castform. Aggron, he's kind of a bulky guy, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe not the pickiest eater. I feel like just really big, bulky, he'll eat whatever. I feel like it's gotta be Aggron. Easy. All right, and I definitely lied about the defensive stuff because we have Aggron here. This thing has maybe just the most defense. 255 defense with 177 HP is an absolute bomb of a mon. We did go scope lens on this one, so it should up the crit chance, which is actually kind of nice. And we do, because of Rockhead, actually get to run some incredibly powerful moves. Double Edge, I should mention, is, I believe, or excuse me, Headbutt is not the right one. I think it's Head Crash or whatever it is that deals recoil damage. But between that, Double Edge, Steel Beam, none of those are going to deal recoil damage for us with the Rockhead ability, which is amazing. And then we do have Body Press on here for a lot of extra damage if we want. Now, I could have mega'd this as well, and I don't think I need to. I gotta be honest, I just don't think I want to. I think I'm going to run it as is, and maybe it'll be kind of a false mega for our opponents, and we'll see how it does. All right, guys, so super quickly before we jump into our round 6, I do want to just go ahead and give you the heads up. We are going to be bringing the giveaway back with pokebuilds.com. That website has been completely overhauled for you guys to work in Pokemon Champions. So only Pokemon Champions available Pokemon are on the site. Go ahead, build whatever you want. The way that this works is if you create a public build, each week I'm going to be randomly selecting one of those public builds and saying, cool, that's the mom we have to have on the team. However you decide to build it, it could be great, it could be terrible, whatever it might be. And I'm going to be guaranteeing that I use it in one of the 3 battles that takes place. Now, the winner of this giveaway gets a free pack of Pokemon cards. Absolutely free, no strings attached. I will be reaching out to the winner each and every week and sending you a free pack of cards. So definitely check it out. It's 100% free. It's just to give you guys a little bit of an incentive. And I'm really excited to jump back into the giveaway. I know we've kind of lost it for a couple weeks while we were kind of overhauling for champions, but all that said, guys, let's jump into round 6. We're going to do a standard round 6 this time, and then next week we'll pick back up with the giveaway. All right, guys, round 6 spin time. Let's do it. Here we go. Hopefully it's another good one. We'll see. Excuse me. Never have I ever gotten a fancy drink at Starbucks. This is inspired by my wife, who just got a fancy drink at Starbucks. So let's jump into our Pokemon. Let's see what we get. All right, guys, 6th and final round starters. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we can get a good one. Okay, never have I ever gotten a fancy drink. Okay, it's not Semiport. That's a mon that's gonna get a fancy drink. Let's be honest. Empoleon again showing up, but I feel like Empoleon as well would probably get a fancy drink. It's royalty, man. You get the fancy stuff. It's gotta be. So I think maybe not my favorite. Like, I'd rather have Empoleon, but I think Oranguru is probably the pick. None of these are great, I gotta be honest, for this prompt, but I think Oranguru is probably the right call. All right, guys, last but not least, normally, again, this would be a giveaway slot. That's going to be for next week, so make sure you get your builds in on pokebuilds.com, link down below. But this is our special defensive wall. We've got 178 defense with 197 HP. Very bulky mon. A really good lead for us because we can set up Reflect, Light Screen, and then we can Calm Mind if we want to for a really powerful Psychic if we get the opportunity. Regardless, though, that Reflect and Light Screen, it's really going to help out the rest of the team. Obviously, this thing is ridiculously slow, but that's okay. We should be able to still manage because of its bulk. And again, we can kind of play to our strengths. So depending on what the opponent's team looks like, we can kind of adjust if we want a special defensive wall, if we want a bulky like Aggron on there, we can figure that out as we go. But all that to say, guys, we are going to be jumping into the battles. Let's see how this goes. This is a big misfit team. All right, guys, and here we are. We are jumping into game number 1 right now. We have got a very competitive team. A very competitive team. Ooh, I don't love that. Okay, so definitely a physical team for the most part. Milotic, obviously, maybe not, and then Ditto, maybe not. I think I'm gonna say Glamora looks pretty good here. I think that's right. I don't think we need the Oranguru. Dragapult looks interesting because it does kind of check a few of these ones, so I feel like I can go Dragapult. Sharpedo might just have to be the answer. I would love to take Aggron, but I actually don't think it's very good against the Garchomp and the Incineroar. Like, that feels pretty rough. It is good against the Sneasler-ish. It's definitely not parfait. It's just not. I think it's Sharpedo. I think we're gonna do that. Let's see what we can do here, guys. A little nervous about this one because I do think we could run into a problem with the Milotic in particular. We really don't have anything for good like water types. That's kind of the problem, but we'll figure it out. We'll do the best we can. Guys, it's really good to be back recording, by the way. It's kind of been a little while. There's been a lot of reasons for that. Unfortunately, it's just been a very busy time between work, family, that kind of stuff. So we're gonna get this video done. I'm hoping to get a new fan-made game run starting this Sunday, but we'll see about that. I do have a game picked out. I got to get layout made, which I have not yet done. And I am recording this the day before it goes out. So look at that. We got the Milotic. Not great for us, for sure. Definitely not great for us. What do we want to do here? I think I actually just want a Mortal Spin. Is that crazy? I think I just want a Mortal Spin. I would love to swap out, but I really don't have anything else to swap into. So I'm gonna Mortal Spin. The reason I want to do it in this order, by the way, guys, I want to guarantee the poison. Just because this thing is so bulky, if we can get that turn 1 poison off like we did, that's just going to guarantee us that this thing will go down eventually. Obviously, we're taking a lot of damage in the interim. That's not great. We do get the Citrus Berry Pop. I will take it. I will take it. There's that poison hurt though, which is really good. I'm very happy we could do that. I'm wondering if I Stealth Rock or if I just Sludge Bomb. Is it worth it to Sludge Bomb at this point? I really don't know. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm gonna just Stealth Rock here. I kind of want to be able to get some damage off on all the mons that we can. That might be incorrect. I'll be honest. I really don't know, but we're going to do the best we can here. What we can do now, though, is, well, let's see. We got this. We got this. Okay, the poison is doing work, though, and no leftovers. Worth noting that. I'm going to swap into Sharpedo here. And we are going to speed boost up here, I think. So we definitely outspeed. That's really nice. I'm going to Mega Evolve and just Protect. And we're just going to guarantee that we are outspeeding everything. And that seems like a great idea. Let's see. I'm curious what they do. They could definitely swap out. There's a world where they do. They didn't. That's good to see. Okay. Look at that Mega Sharpedo. Ooh, it's so cool looking. I think his ability stays the same. I might be wrong. But we're gonna get the Protect off. Let's go. Mega Sharpedo is really cool looking. It also used Protect. Okay, love it. That worked great. With that, I am just gonna crunch here. We're just gonna see how much this does. Plenty. There we go. All right, that is exactly what we wanted. Heck yes, dude, let's go. Sharpedo, can we do some work with you, bud? I mean, we should. Speed Boost didn't proc, I don't believe. So we should, I guess that's not the case. I need to, I bet it's Strong Jaw. I bet it's Strong Jaw. I might have messed up. That's fine. We'll figure it out. That's fine. So Sneasler should outspeed us here. Oops, let's do this. Let's look at battle info. Yep, it's totally Strong Jaw. I was right. Dang. All right. I'm gonna Flip Turn. We do outspeed. That's actually kind of surprising. It does a lot of damage too. Wow. Okay. I kind of didn't expect that. And let's go here. Let's go into Dragapult. That means Dragapult should absolutely be able to. Oh. Ooh, that felt so good. Oh my gosh, that felt amazing. Okay. I think I just Dragon Darts. I don't think I get cheeky with like a Willow or anything. It's gonna Protect. That's fine. It's just burning a turn. It's not going to solve anything. So we should be able to Dragon Darts this thing down. They do get some info, obviously. It's not the end of the world. I don't know if they're going to swap out here necessarily. I don't think they should, but they might. Both of our Mons outspeed this thing, so I'm not that concerned about it. I kind of just need to do enough damage to take it down. Can we? Yeah, easy, easy. We broke through the Milotic so early. That was such a big play. Honestly, that was a bit of luck, but I think getting the poison was the biggest move. I think that was such a good play. All right, Baskia Legion is the last mon. Okay. This thing kind of gets checked by our Sharpedo, but I'm just gonna Hex, even though we aren't, doing max damage with that. I think it's plenty, and that just gets us within range. So even if this thing takes us out, which I'm sure it will, we should be able to just one-shot it here with Sharpedo. I don't know. So Last Respect isn't gonna work on Sharpedo because it's Dark type, which is awesome. So I think we are just safe for the most part here. I don't know what else it would have. Like a water type move doesn't do it. I think we just get to crunch and win. I hope. I really hope. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Give me a win. Please, let's kick off with a win. That would be so sick. The Milotic going down, guys. That was huge. That was so good. Glamora is amazing. Yes. Okay, this has to do it. Yes, let's go, guys. We got to win. We got to win right off the bat. Let's freaking go. Oh man, I love when that happens. All right, sick. Guys, let's jump into game 2. Let's see if we can keep the streak alive. All right, guys, here we are for battle number 2 against Battle Boo. Was it Boo? What's the name? That's funny. All right, Boo. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's see. What do we need here? Aggron is actually kind of interesting here, despite the Azumarill / Garchomp. I don't really love seeing either of those. Weirdly, this is a place where Parfait could do some work. Is it? That's so silly though. This definitely looks like a physical team for the most part, I will say, not entirely. Do I want to lead Sharpedo? I kind of don't think so. The two steel types are kind of giving me pause with Glamora, despite Glamora being just like really, really good. The special attackers here are probably Dragonite and Gengar. That's fine. I'm going to be a little crazy. This is probably a terrible move. I tell you what, instead of that, let's bring you. Okay, wait. No, that's not what I meant. Okay, hold on. We're gonna lead Dragapult so we can. Yeah, I think Dragapult might be the answer. Then we're gonna go here, then we're gonna go here. So Dragapult specifically, because we're a fast Hex set, we should be able to burn kind of anything that comes our way. Which would be really good for any of these mons, to be honest. Maybe not so much Dragonite and Gengar, but like, yeah, like this is a great option for me to just Willow. It's weird for people to lead on King Gambit in my mind. It just feels like such an odd lead when he's got the Supreme Overlord ability. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just feels weird. Maybe they're just not running the Supreme Overlord, which is perfectly valid. I have not, by the way, been looking at meta sets. I will say in revamping pokebuilds.com, I have done quite a bit to include some meta stuff. And then that way you guys kind of get some ideas of what kinds of mons you might want to build. And you just get to see kind of what's out there in the Champions world, which I think is really nice. I am really interested to see what you guys think of the website now that it's been overhauled a little bit. Like I said, though, there is still, there's some bugs, things like that I want to fix. But just in general, I think it's a little bit better at this stage, which I'm really happy about. And I will continue to make fixes. If anybody does have suggestions, please, by all means, leave them down below or go to the website. There is an actual option for you to leave feedback requests, or feature requests. So anything you want to do there would be great. I would certainly appreciate it. But we are just gonna body press, I think, right? Like that has to be the move. Our defense is so high. I have to imagine they swap here, but body press should, I think, hit anything on their team reasonably well. There's a few things it's not going to do as much damage to, of course. The Gengar might be a problem, I guess. Yeah, the Gengar's probably coming out. Well, maybe not. Yeah, dang it, they read it. Dang, they got me. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Probably should have thought about that prior to, but that's fine. What am I worried about? I think I go here. I'm a little worried it's just going to one-shot Sharpedo, but if they Shadow Ball, like we've just got a free swap here. There's the Omni Rings, so they are going to be Mega. That's fine. Dude, Mega Gengar is so cool. I'm so happy to have Megas back, guys. I love Megas so much. Please Shadow Ball. Yes, let's go. It does still hit, but it's not going to be quite as effective, which is really helpful. Awesome. Okay. Now, let's not make the same mistake twice. We are going to protect. I could predict the swap. I don't think I need to. So I'm just going to protect. We're going to get the speed boost off. This obviously, I hope, means we outspeed Mega Gengar. I think we will. And now we just Mega Evolve and Crunch and hope it's enough. I think this is a pretty pivotal moment. If we can get this Gengar down, I feel like we're in reasonable shape. Kind of an interesting one for them to go to the Sludge Bomb there, because we could easily just go swap back out into Aggron, and that really doesn't do very much. So we'll see. Hopefully we outspeed, please. Yes. Okay. So it should do a good bit of damage, enough damage. Let's go. Guys, come on. I feel like I'm making good reads. We are unranked, by the way, for the record. This is singles ranked. I'm level like 33, 34, somewhere in there. So I'm not quite to the 50, but we're working our way there. I'm only in Great Ball rank too, because I haven't been playing that much, but that's okay. I've really been enjoying Champions. I know a lot of people don't like it that much, and I think there's valid reasons for that, but I really am liking it. Okay. I think I just have to flip turn here. I don't love it, but I don't think I've got a better option. I could have protected maybe just to kind of scout, but they could have easily swapped up moves. Like, I don't think that's necessarily worth it. So I am going to go into Aggron here and really just hope they didn't go for Liquidation. That's kind of all I can do. Okay, Play Rough. That's perfect. That is really good. That is going to do next to nothing. Do we think they're going to swap? I don't think so. I'm just going to Steel Beam. They're going to Belly Drum. Wow. Whoa. That was actually... That's a pretty big move, honestly. I don't think that's the right move at all. Can Steel Beam knock you out? Wait, Rockhead. Am I wrong? It's not recoil. That's why. Yeah, that's why it's not recoil damage. Dang. Okay, well, that's okay. So yeah, Aqua Jet out. Dang, dude. Ugh. Okay. What can we do? What can we do? I don't have any idea. I feel like we don't win this now because of the priority. Dang, dude. Because they could just Aqua Jet. They could just Aqua Jet out. They're maxed with Belly Drum and Huge Power here. So like, I have to imagine that they just got us. What was their last Pokemon? I'm just gonna Hex here. That's all we can do. And if we live, we live. Oh, we did. Okay, I'll take it. That's kind of crazy that we lived. Okay, taking out max power Azumarill. That's huge. That's so huge. So Mega Gengar and maxed out Azumarill are down. And I completely forgot what the last Pokemon was. Oh, it's King Gambit. Okay. There's the Supreme Overlord. So they do have it. That's interesting. Okay. Honestly, guys, I think I try for the Flinch Stall. Is that crazy? No, I'm gonna do it. I think it's Flinch Stall. Oh, they Sucker Punch. Please don't. Dang it. All right. Well, the priority is probably gonna get us here. Unfortunately, I don't think we've got a better option. the leftovers is so annoying too. It is burned, but it's just not going to be enough. And unfortunately, whoops, our Sharpedo is so low. Ugh. So what do we do? I mean, I can just go for the protect, but I feel like I just need to liquidation here and hope. The Supreme Overlord, we do okay. So we connect. Defense is gonna fall. That's good. It's really good. They're gonna SD. They got greedy. Ooh. Ooh, this is gonna come down to a Sucker Punch miss, I think. I think they might have expected me to protect there, which is definitely fair. I probably maybe should have, but I'm kind of glad I went for the liquidation. The defense falling is huge. Please don't knock me out. Please don't knock me out. Dang it. Dang, dude. 1-1. We were one move away. Come on. Ugh. We were so close. That's annoying. All right, it's okay, guys. 1-1. Let's see if we can get 2 wins. We got this. All right, guys. A match has been found. Let's jump in. Let's see what we got. Again, another really good, team here. I think in hindsight, what could we have done? We could probably have kept the Aggron alive quite a bit longer, and that probably would have done it. I kind of wish I had gone with a different ability on Glamora. I think maybe that was a mistake. We kind of need to take Parfait to one of these, don't we? Do we? I don't want to. I'm gonna Dragapult turn 1, I think here. I'll take Parfait. It's the only one I have a nickname for. We've also not taken Oranguru, but I actually just don't think this is the moment for Oranguru, do I? This feels like a pretty physically offensive team. I kind of want to go for the... I feel like I just have to bring Sharpedo, don't I? Yeah, I kind of don't have a strong option here. I feel like this is just the best. I don't know. Weirdly, Vanillix like checks a couple of their mons, at least somewhat reasonably. And so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We're taking it. We didn't take the Oranguru. That's okay. Reuniclus is the lead. I like Reuniclus. Reuniclus is a cool mon. All right, let's see what we can do here. So obviously we've got a super effective hit on 2 fronts here. I think what I want to do though is just U-turn. Is that right? I don't know what Reuniclus is meant to do. I'm gonna Willow. Please don't miss. You avoided. Of course. It's gonna screen up. Okay, well, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'm still gonna just follow through on the Willow. Any kind of hacks at this stage are gonna be great because again, we do have Hex on this thing. And if they're just gonna set up screens, like I'm kind of okay. They're gonna Acid Armor. Okay. Not great for us. Their defense is gonna rise, excuse me. Yeah, I think I just Hex. I don't know that I'm overly concerned with what this thing can do to me. Because Hex just did a freaking ton of damage to you. The Citrus does pop, that's annoying. It's gonna Acid Armor up again, that's fine. I think that's not a problem, right? Let me be safe. Yeah, this is a special move. So like the Acid Armor is really not doing anything for them. Yeah. That was easy. Oh, my camera just went off. Sorry guys. We're gonna continue on as if nothing has happened, but I don't know what's going on there. My camera's been having some issues lately. It is a little old, so maybe that's why. But that's okay. I'm back. Now I'm not. That's fine. You guys are just gonna have to deal with not seeing me for a little bit. I hope that's okay. In fact, I tell you what, let's do this. Boom, now you can just see the screen. Sorry about that, guys. A little annoying, but it is what it is. Okay, so they're gonna Supreme Overlord again. That's fine. I'm gonna Willow this. This is the mon that I kind of feel like we have to Willow. Just to keep the rest of our team kind of within reasonable damage output. I'm assuming they've got leftovers. They're gonna SD. Fair enough. I think what I'm gonna do here is just a U-turn. Light screen wore off. That's good. burning that, I am happy to see. We could go for the dragon darts though. You know what, let's just try. Let's just try it. We don't actually have much that can handle this King Gambit, to be honest. We didn't bring any of the best mons to deal with it, and we really don't have a whole lot, so I think this is just going to be our best bet because we do get the opportunity for flinches, so I'm going to try it. Yep, that's why we dragon darts. Let's flinch stall, baby, let's go. If this works, I'm going to laugh so hard. It's such a douche move. Please just keep flinching. Please just keep flinching. Oh man, the rage quit might happen. I'm a little surprised they're not sucker punching just to get damage off. They have to know what's going on at this point. And I mean, eventually they're gonna get a hit off, right? Like it might be now. Yeah, there's an SD. They're just going for the SDs. Why? I don't think that's worth it. I just don't. Like, you're so low at this point, you know you're getting flinch stalled and you're burned. Like, just go for some damage, dude. Get a kowtow cleave off, like, do something. Sucker punch, at least. This Dragapult is a menace. Just burning everything, flinching everything. Can we get flinches? Nah, okay, there's the kowtow cleave. That's okay, it's probably gonna get us. Yeah, that's fine. All right, honestly though, pretty solid. I feel like we did okay there. I think this time around, what we're going to do is Sharpedo it up. We're gonna protect, we're gonna speed boost up, and then we will mega evolve, and we should be able to just kind of take this thing out. Honestly, I wish I could double protect and just like let the burn do the deal, but we'll do the best we can. Dude, these are some good battles though. I feel really good about it. I hate that my camera's being silly, but apologies on that, guys. It's been on a lot because I've been in meetings like nonstop with work. So this is really the first opportunity I've had to record in a while. All right, let's see, come on. I do love the fact that we can get a speed boost up and then mega evolve and like just do maximum damage. Like it's so good. I don't think, yeah, there we go. They didn't sucker punch again. Wow. Maybe they just didn't have it. It feels ambitious of them to go for any other move than sucker punch there, maybe. Even with their SDs up, like they're burned, that's having the attack. I think that's how that works still. They did nerf some of the hacks. We've won 2 to forfeit. Let's go. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this video with a separate clip so that way we get a face cam. I will be right back. All right, guys, so just a quick outro here because obviously my camera fell off, but that is okay. Obviously not bad. 2 out of 3 battles. I will absolutely take it. That is above record average for me. So that's pretty good. Just super quick, guys, as a reminder, first and foremost, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, comment down below. Make sure you throw in your builds in pokebuilds.com. You will be entered to win that free pack of cards every single week. You can win multiple times, but the same Pokemon can't win multiple times, so submit as many as you would like. Until the next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.